Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. So in this video, I'm finally going to be getting to the construction of the turret. Up here right now, as you can see, I have a drawing of pretty much how I want the turret to look. It's modeled after the actual Pershing, where it kind of like goes back in here, in that part, and then right here is the gun mantlet. I'm not going to be making this part today. I'm only going to be making up to this slant, and then the whole gun mantlet and gun assembly will bolt directly onto the turret. And then this is the commander's cupola up top. I'm not going to be making that in this video either. That'll come later on. So what I'm going to do is make the whole thing out of styrofoam and then fiberglass over the styrofoam. I'll take the styrofoam out and I'll have the shell of the turret, and that will be it. So right now I'm going to start putting the styrofoam together and get it into the general shape and ready to actually be shaped into the turret. So once I get that done, I'll see you then. Okay, so here's the turret now. It's starting to take some sort of shape. I've got pretty much all the styrofoam in position around the sides. They're still in 4 sections, the front, the back, and the sides. The way the styrofoam is fixed together is with this foam adhesive here. This worked really well. I tried using spray glue originally, but it like melted the styrofoam. Even though it said on the can it was good for styrofoam, it was not good for styrofoam. And the first attempt at making this whole setup failed miserably because of that. So I had to completely restart, but I'm really happy with how this turned out right now. So what I'm going to do is attach these 4 sections to this box in the middle using this same stuff, and then put the final top piece on, and then I'll be ready to start shaping it into the actual finished turret shape. So I'll get back to you when I get to that point. Okay, so back down to the shop here now. I've got the turret set onto the body of the tank there to get a feel for how it's going to look. And for the initial shaping, what I've done is I've gone and made a styrofoam cutter here. This is a battery charger right there. I have it set at 12 volts at 2 amps. I have the clips connected to this little thing I've made here. And there's a wire attached to the clips that runs up, and then there's a thin wire, which I got from the MIG welder, that runs across there. So the current goes through there, that wire heats up, and then you can cut the styrofoam with it. I'll demonstrate that right now. So this takes a few seconds to heat up, and then once it's hot, you can cut right through the styrofoam, just like that. Okay, so as you can see now, I have covered the turret with aluminum foil, and the reason I did that is because the resin I'll be using eats away the styrofoam like this. So I needed something to protect the styrofoam and to make it keep its shape while I'm using the resin. So this will work fine. What I did to attach that is just use this wall covering and border adhesive. Just brush it on with a paintbrush, works really well. The resin I'll be using is just this Bondo polyester-based fiberglass resin, and the fiberglass I'm using is this bundle right there of, I think, 1.5 ounce just chopped strand mat. So it's ready for fiberglassing now. I've never fiberglassed anything before though, so wish me luck. Alright, so the fiberglassing is done now. It just got finished drying. And I think for the first time fiberglassing anything, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I got pretty nice coverage over all of it. I made sure to make the sidewalls here as well as this rim on the top and bottom there thicker than the rest of the parts because those are going to be taking the most weight when you're climbing into it. I don't have any on the top right here because this is all going to be cut out for the commander's hatch. But all in all, I'm happy with how it turned out. The styrofoam is still in it. So right now what I'm going to do is flip it over and start taking the styrofoam out. I'm excited to see how it actually looks like on its own. Okay, so I'm just getting to the first sidewall in here now, and automatically I can tell that having this aluminum foil on there really helps the styrofoam come off easily. I mean, it's hardly sticking at all. It comes right off, as you can see. So, and actually the glue I stuck it on there is still wet. The glue that I stuck the aluminum foil to the styrofoam with is still wet, so that's probably also helping a lot. So let's continue. Now, the one thing I thought I was going to have some trouble with is getting all of this styrofoam here out of this back part of the turret. But look at this. This is just... Get this? Oh, look at that. Is that perfect or is that perfect? And just because taking out the styrofoam wasn't easy enough, look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so here's the turret now, pretty much completely finished. I just got finished spreading some of this Bondo over top of it just to smooth it out. So I just sanded it down. It's nice and smooth now. Pretty much ready for paint whenever I get to that. But I cut a hole out on the top here for the commander's cupola and also the hatch to get in. I cut out this for the gun assembly eventually once I build that. But that is the turret. I think it turned out beautifully. I love the fiberglass. It was definitely the way to go for this. It's really lightweight and super strong. So this is just perfect. Next thing I'll be doing is after I finish the turret and paint it, I can start working on the gun assembly. I'm gonna make a potato cannon for that. But the other thing I'm going to do, maybe even before the gun or during the gun, is I'm going to make changes to the drive system, because right now, since I only have one hydraulic pump running both valves, running both tracks, I can only go in straight lines. So, because the tracks can't go at different speeds. It's either both forward, both back, or one each way. And it makes it not that pleasant to drive. So, what I want to do is, if I can see in here, is after I replace this engine with that engine, that brand new one right there, well, not brand new, but newer, what I want to do is add a second pump in here. That's the pump right there. I want to put another one behind it, just attached to it, and then I can have one pump for each track, which will give me more independent control and be able to make gradual turns. So right now I have ordered a hydraulic gauge, like pressure gauge. So once I figure out exactly what pressure the system is running at, then I can calculate the maximum gallons per minute the engine can handle, and then get all the components from that to make sure it'll work. So that is also soon to come, possibly in the next video. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.